if you're like me, or if you're like me when I was a kid, because I haven't thought about this for a long time, it was never really obvious to me why God would want to be worshipped. You know, you go to church and you offer up your praise and thanks to God, and you think, well, really, does that make a lot of sense? It's like, why in the world is that what he wants? It's almost like you're kneeling down in front of an ancient Middle Eastern, you know, tyrannical emperor and vowing your submission, and that never sat well with me, and I suppose it doesn't sit well with many people, and I think that's because it's not the proper way of conceptualizing it. Like, what happens when you see what Abraham does continually, and this seems to be implicit in the use of the word worship in this particular situation, is that, you know, as we discussed, he has an adventure in his life that comes to an end. So there's an episode in his life, it comes to an end, and then there's a period of, you might consider it, where he reconstitutes himself to some degree. And that's when he makes his sacrifices. And it seems to me that it's that reconstitution that constitutes the worship. The worship is something like, you know, this is alluding back to my original proposition that it's how you act that's the issue. And the worship is the decision to enact the good in whatever form it is that you can conceptualize it, as well as trying to continually reconceptualize the good in a manner that makes the good that you're conceptualizing even that much better, right? Because when you start aiming, the probability that you're going to be aiming in the right direction is very low. But hypothetically, as you aim and as you practice and as you learn, the target is going to shift in front of your eyes, and you're going to be able to follow it ever more clearly. And so